who is this guy? That just kind of tilt your head a bit. Look at the photo.
Do I recognize him?
Nothing like the gardener.
Okay. I go, guys. There could be something about this house. I don't know. The guy's not the gardener, because I saw his face, and this isn't the face. I do want to. I'm gonna do a little quick check though. I want to cross-reference this Charles, and see if I can find any information about him involving crime. See if he's some sort of associate or something. Because likewise, I don't know anything about the house they're doing to. If they went to some random house or something, I'm just in the CCT doing what they tell me to.
Right.
So.
Would that be another investigation roll?
Well, you're not gonna investigate what? So.
I wanted to see if I could cross-reference Charles, the house owner, with any crimes to see if he's got a record or something, and see if he's an associate of the gardener potentially.
Okay.
So would that be an investigation roll?
Yep.
Okay. 13.
You pull it. You look through his file, and it doesn't seem to be any crime on his list, but he does have a reputable business which allowed him to get a house in this area.
Okay. So what's the name of the business?
It's the corporation.
I relay that all the information I find over to Crimson and Panzer, and I also relay it to Onyx.
He owns a mining operation somewhere off Vale.
Okay. So I relay that information to him. I say it's probably not our guy, and he's probably not associated with the gardener. So.
All right.
That's my guess, though.
Okay, so any other houses that look out of the ordinary, like newly moved in with his investigation role that Panzer would have seen?
Make another investigation roll.
I'll make 1 2 then, I guess.
Yeah. Panzer, you're looking around, and
3.
These houses are really well kept, so none of them, they all look pretty new.
Well, I meant like newly moved in, not necessarily newly built.
Even so, it's
shit.
Wow. Even so, it's none of them seems to stand out any more than the other. In terms of.
All right.
Yeah.
So it looks like we kind of ran into more of a dead end, unless we just want to go around knocking down doors. So I finished taking the photos of the street sides with the addresses and stuff, and send that off to Iris.
I don't want to knock on anybody's door particularly.
I don't either.
I have all day to just sit out here and watch for anything interesting. And honestly, at this point, we don't have enough of a lead on this district to know anything more than the fact he lives here, so that seems a good bet.
He's got to be around here somewhere.
And so as you guys are talking,
okay.
Hold on a second. Eating some lunch.
Can I do an investigation check to see if in the house records if there was any newly purchased property or like a very large sum of money that was moved in the area recently?
All right.
Damn, that's smart.
So as he does that, Panzer and Crimson hear the lock of the door behind you. Wait, are you guys still outside the?
I'm in a bush.
Yeah, I am.
All right. So you guys hear the lock behind you open up, and the door opens to reveal a middle-aged man wearing nice clothing, and he kind of looks confused. I'm sorry. Can I help you too? Can I help you?
I am in a bush.
I know. I forgot.
Can I roll stealth?
Yeah.
There's not just a tail.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's not just a tail poking out of it, right?
Yeah. Roll stealth.
So,
Let's-
Crimson's going to
So-
be caught a little off guard, and then
Sneaky blinky.
the man does not notice Panzer in the bush.
Well,
Crimson's going to be caught off guard a little bit, and then, compose himself and say, "Well, no, sir, I'm just new to Vale, and I'm just, taking in the city. I lived here as a child. I lived in the outskirts in a small town, but this is my first real time back in Vale, and I'm just exploring today."
Crimson, tell him that you are revisiting your childhood memories.
I am
You know,
ignoring Panzer.
And you just hear over your ears. You don't need to whisper. I mean, you probably should whisper because you're in a bush, but
Exactly.
you don't need to whisper to him. You can just whisper into the microphone.
That's
'cause
what
he can
I'm
pick it up.
doing. But then he knows I'm talking to him.
So, make a persuasion roll. Crimson, because you're ignoring Iris. Or, not Iris, Panzer. I'm really bad at keeping track right now.
Iris.
Hey man,
Wait.
we're the sexiest two members of this team.
Iris, I am in a bush right now. I do not want to be seen.
Ooh,
that
yo.
way.
Wow!
Holy
Nice!
He's chatting the guy up.
Destroyed.
Iris, you should be seeing
The
this. He's
the
learned so
man-
much. I'm so proud of him.
The man smiles a bit and nods his head. Oh, it's rather nice that you're revisiting your memories. Is there anything I would like to help you with? I mean, suppose you may have forgotten to. Just anyone you may want to visit, but forgotten where they are, any locations.
There was this, and I'm going to whisper into the. Do we know what the gardener looks like? Like, we got a good look at him when he walked
You
in.
saw him. You saw him like the day,
I saw.
literally yesterday.
Since I spoke directly to him, I would have the best ability to recollect, right? Could I tell him could I try to like describe him to Crimson
sure.
over the microphone? Okay, so we weren't given a description of him yet when we played last week. So how would
So
I?
you describe
How would
him
I
for
do
me.
this?
So when you saw him, it's for a lack of a better, creativity. He's kind of Torchwick-ish in terms of
Okay.
style. He's got the suit. He has a fedora,
Okay, so he basically looks
and
sort
he's
of
got
like
like the
Torchwick.
little lenses, the little lens glasses,
Okay, so
So the monocle rich guy thing?
I would say from that
like Ozzy
description.
Osbourne circular
Okay.
glasses.
Oh, so he's like the thin man.
Yeah,
Thin Man?
from
Yeah.
XCOM. I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
With
Okay.
the explanation, I'm going
yeah.
to.
He's kind of like Thin Man, but he is not at all thin.
If he's not part of
he's
Torchwick
not that
gang,
thin, and he's
then
not
I'm
that pale.
going to like eat my hat.
So, I'm going to explain to this old man that I'm looking for a family friend of mine who's a little bit older than me, and I'm going to try to explain to him
Oh,
excuse
me.
basically like of a photograph that I have seen of him recently, and I think that he is my friend, and I've just heard that he moved into the
Don't
upper
say that you
class
think he's
district.
your friend. Say that he is your friend.
Well, yes, that he is my friend from my childhood, and that he's recently moved into the upper class district.
Well, from what you're describing, seems like you're talking about the gardener. My pretty sure I can't tell you.
Act natural. Act like you don't know what he's talking about, but like you don't recognize that
Gardner, I
nickname.
knew him when his name was Tom. Or insert random colored name here.
Well, unless he's an entirely different person, the person you're describing is the gardener. I've seen him around, but no one by the name of Tom. With that kind of description.
Ask about who the hell he is. Get the info.
Where he's
Do
at.
you-
Find
do
out
you
where he's
know,
at.
Crimson would literally be like almost killing himself now with all this shit going on in his ear.
Offer to mow his lawn.
But then he would
He ain't
say,
discarded.
well,
Can you just tell me where he is? Maybe he is my friend. Maybe he's just going by a different name now. I mean, I've changed a lot in
Well,
the last 10 years as well.
I've never actually seen him near his house. I've seen him pass around the street a couple of times. Maybe if you check down that street, take a left, you might be able to find someone who does know.
Ah, well, thank you very much, sir. It's been lovely speaking with you.
It's a pleasure speaking with you too. I hope you have a wonderful time visiting Vale.
You too, sir.
Have a nice day. And he kind of closes the door.
Okay, so we got sort of a direction, I guess. Can I make an investigation roll? Oh, I think I already did.
I gotta show.
For looking,
So I would.
I want to make an investigation over the little search thing that I'm doing to see if I can find any recently purchased property or large sums of money that were moved in the area recently.
All right, go ahead.
I would also relay.
Oh no, wait!
that
I think you actually did. You rolled a 15.
Yeah,
So, looking through the registries, there were maybe two or three newly purchased houses.
Yep.
I would describe the area that I'm going to see if it can narrow it down even further based on
Alright.
that information.
But money-wise, there doesn't seem to be anything new.
Okay.
Nothing too
Nothing money
suspicious.
wise. Are any of the three new houses, or the three new purchased houses, in the direction that they're heading?
Something Street.
Mm,
Yeah, down something street.
Gardner
It's-
Lane.
one of the houses is pretty close.
So I feed them the address of it, and I say, okay, in the direction you guys are heading, there's one house that's been just purchased.
Yep.
It could be a lead. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Could I try to look up some more information about who owns the house and whatnot?
Who owns the house?
Yeah, like see if I get a picture of him, a name, anything,
Sure.
like I did with
Make-
Charles.
So
Yeah,
I'm going to. Okay, yeah, go ahead. and
Wait,
that one.
remind me again, did you actually hack into...
No,
I'm
he
just
hasn't
looking
been
through
into
public
hacking
records.
yet.
I was
He's
looking
looking
through
for public.
Alright, well, okay. So you look through the records, and this one seems to be owned by an elderly couple.
Okay.
Recently purchased around Answer, please. So it's an elderly couple. They moved in about a year ago.
Okay.
And
So-
from the looks of it,
Ow.
it's paid under a different name. So from what you can assume, it's just a retirement home of sorts.
That's still a bit odd. I feed the information to him and say, I think it's a little bit odd that it's been purchased under a different name than the actual owners. It could be.
well, I'm sorry. Sorry. It's purchased under a different person's name, but it's the same last name.
Okay. So that
So
then I don't say
from what
it's
you
odd.
can see, it seems like a family member purchased this for them, and
Okay.
let them live the rest of their lives in peace.
I tell
What's
them.
the name?
I tell them as much information as I can about them, like what basically you're telling me now, and tell them it could be the gardener's related to them, like he could be their son or something. I'm not saying it's a high suspect, but it might be worth a look.
Okay.
What's the name?
I'll get on that as soon as I've got up. I just tripped over. By the way, Crimson Panzer is just laying flat on the pavement, like
Crit fail.
like just face
I'm,
first.
I'm just ignoring her because,
Oh yeah,
I don't want to be seen associating with the person,
Oh,
because that's going to make me look suspicious that this faunus chick just literally tripped over her own tail and just slammed right into the top.
you're so mean.
All right.
You ran out of a bush.
Panzer. I'm going to do this over the communication device. I'm going to hit it and talk really quietly into it. Panzer, go to the house. I'm going to knock on the front door. Try to see if you can sneak into the back and get some information in this house.
I don't need to go in the back. Just get him out the way of the doorway, and as soon as they're